Hey there, my name's Waddles. I hope you're doing well. In case you haven't heard yet, I've got pretty big news for you today. The 1.13.1 update is now officially out. If you're a Java Edition player, you should be able to open up your launcher and download the newest, shiniest version of the game. Now, of course, the 1.13.1 update was mainly meant to improve upon the performance of the game as well as fix the large amount of bugs in the game. That is really the primary thing that was done in this version of the game. It's not an update that adds a whole ton of new features. However, with that being said, there are some new features. You don't find me here in this beautiful warm ocean just by chance. Diving right into the new features in this update, one of the big changes has to do with bone meal and how it behaves underwater in the warm ocean when used. When you use bone meal underwater in these warm oceans, coral plants will now grow. Now this goes for the plant itself as well as the fan variants of the plants. Now this will pretty much almost always happen, it seems. The coral amounts that you will receive are completely randomized, just as flowers are when you would use bone meal in a field. And in case you're curious, you still cannot craft coral blocks, unfortunately. If I take these plants right here, or I think these are the fans, you can't craft anything with them. And then if I take the coral plant itself, you can also not use these to make any blocks, so I'm sad still. But I guess it's okay, maybe eventually. This next change is a whole lot harder to show off, and that is because it has to do with how squid spawn. Squid will no longer spawn all over your world. You need to be in an ocean biome or a river biome to find squid naturally spawning. In my opinion, this is a nice change because this means you will not find squid in those lakes, in the fields, or even in those underground cave lakes that randomly spawn. So that's a nice thing, something you should know, especially if you're planning on making a squid farm. As of the 1.13.1 update, fish now have a 5% chance of dropping bone meal. Obviously, 5% isn't a whole lot, so this isn't your new source of bone meal, but it is a thing now. Sliding over here into the single player menu, you can see my terrible misspelling. I don't know what was going on here with the world that I've been in today, but you will also see a new search box. You can now search for worlds in your world list here. If you have a lot of worlds, this is probably a nice thing. The force load command is new to this update. It does kind of what it sounds like it would do. It will force load a chunk or chunks in your world. You just need to specify which chunks, and then to my understanding, those chunks will be permanently loaded inside of your world. The dead coral plants are new to this version of the game as well. Of course, the dead coral blocks were in the game, however, these plant variants were not in the game. And then finally, of course, tons of bug fixes and optimization. In terms of the optimization, it seems like the game is running smoother, which is absolutely wonderful. I did slide into a normal world before this video and flew around and did things that would normally create lag for me in 1.13, and a lot of that lag that I was once getting seems to be almost completely gone, especially while loading new parts of the world or even just unloaded parts of the world. The game does seem to run a whole lot smoother, which is hopefully good news for everyone here. Now, I am, of course, still waiting for the Optifine release because that will improve performance even more. But that's just about it for today's video. If you are a Java Edition player, go have fun, and if you're a Bedrock Edition player, I am sorry. My name is Waddles. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and then go have a good day. I will see you tomorrow with another video. Goodbye, everybody.